welcome to this small session that's just going to be a little bit of mobility exercises, just to hopefully keep you mobile while you're spending more time at home during this third lockdown. My name's Gaye. For those of you who don't know me, please make sure if you do any exercise, you know that you're safe to do so. Don't exercise when you're not feeling well, and obviously don't exercise after you've just eaten a heavy meal. So, hopefully you can see me. First of all, I just want you to stand nice and tall, shoulders relaxed, and what you're going to do is very gently roll those shoulders back and round, just to loosen them off, nice and gently. And then with your shoulders relaxed, I just want you to just gently turn your head side to side, but very slowly. So you're just going to turn it to the right and to the left, just taking your time. If your neck's quite stiff, then don't force this movement, just try and get a little bit more movement. The more you do these, the easier they're going to be. So you're doing about 5 to 6 on each side. Then take your shoulders up and back and round and down. So this time you're just going to circle them, making it the biggest circle you can. So take them up and back and down and round. And then let's take them forwards. Just rolling those shoulders away. Excellent. So give your hands a shake, stretch out those fingers. So we're going to move a little bit lower now. So I want you to take your feet a little bit wider apart, directly underneath your hips. Bring your hands to the side and just slowly turn up behind you. Come back to the centre. And then we're going to do that the same to the other side. So as you're turning and rotating, at the moment you're letting your hips come as well. So we're just waking everything up. So take your time, nice and relaxed. If you prefer to put your hands on your hips, that's fine, not a problem. So at the moment my whole body is starting to turn, including my hips and a little bit through my knees. So now I'm going to keep my hips still, soften on my knees slightly, and then take my hands across my shoulders. Now I'm just going to rotate my upper body and look behind me, then come back to the centre and then do the same with the side. So this time you're trying not to move the hips at all. It's a small movement and you'll feel it round the back and in the ribs. So just take your time, waking up that spine nice and gently. Lovely. So do a couple more. When you're doing these, just make sure you only go to where it's comfortable for you and that you feel that you're not going to turn too far. You should feel safe at all times. Then relax those arms, roll the shoulders back. This time we're going to take a deep breath in and bring your arms up over your head. And as you breathe out, press them away behind you. So I'm just going to move slightly further back so you can see my arms. So you're going to come up and round and back and down. So just breathe in as you lift and breathe out as you press them away. Slowly taking them up to where it's comfortable for you. If you struggle with your shoulders, you can make this a much smaller movement. You can just roll them around in front of you if you want to, just to get a little bit more movement there through the shoulders. And if you can, take that deep breath in and breathe out and press away. You can also help yourself by just taking a deep breath in, raising one arm up underneath the other one and breathing out as you lower. So if you do have any shoulder problems, without forcing it, this will give you a little bit more range of movement. So you're just lifting up through and then gently coming back down. And then relax those shoulders. So from the side, I want you to just stand tall, tummy muscles are working, nice long spine, shoulders relaxed. From here, if the arms come up, I want you to rotate and look behind you. But try to keep your hips facing forward. Then come back to the centre and then we're going to go the same to the other side. So you're trying to keep your hips forwards, you start to turn the waist a little bit more. Now you can just breathe gently and normally throughout, or if you want to, you can breathe in as you rotate round and breathe out as you come back to centre. So So you're breathing in and you're breathing out. Then relax those arms, roll the shoulders back and round. I'm still going to stay side on because I want you to just watch what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go up onto my toes and slowly back down to my heels. So you're trying to lift from the top of your head. So you're going to float up through the toes and back down to the heels. Just let the arms gently float up at the same time. Keep those shoulders relaxed and go right through the ball of the foot. Trying to put your balance through your big toe if you can. Just lifting up and gently down. Roll those shoulders around and then you're going to place your hands on your hips. Open the chest, keep the shoulders relaxed. I want you to take a nice deep breath in and float one knee and breathe out as you lower. Then change legs. Now when you start to do this, you might feel you're rocking and rolling a little bit, but just get yourself balanced and find the point that feels comfortable for you. You don't need to lift too high. You're trying to just work through the hips now, breathing in as you lift, breathing out as you lower. So we're going to float the knee and hold it this time. Whoop. So I've got a wall. If you need something to hold on to a worktop or a chair. So the leg is up, the shoulders are relaxed, the tummy is in tight. You're going to float the leg up and bring it back down. So from the side, your knees lifted, the leg goes forwards and back. Just take your time. Breathing normally, trying to keep the tummy muscles engaged, shoulders relaxed. So you just take the foot away and bring it back in. And then place it down. So you can do 6 times on each leg. So again, from here you're lifted and you just lift and lower. So as you can see again from the side, shoulders relaxed, tummies are in, long spine. You're just going to take the foot forward and back. So just even standing on the one leg is helping to work your balance muscles. So just take your time and lower. Don't forget you can always hold on to something for support if you need to. Use your wall, use a cupboard, use your worktop. So what we're going to do now is you're going to take your feet quite wide, roll the shoulders round and just let the hands relax onto the hips. I want you to slowly bend those knees out and then come back up. Just take your time. As you're coming back up, make sure the knees don't come up too quickly. Try and keep them smooth. So you're going down and you're coming back up. Your feet are relaxed and flat on the floor and they're turned out. So if you can, we're going to go a little bit lower and stay there. Shoulders relaxed, hands come across. Go back to the rotation through the waist as you breathe in and breathe out and breathe in and breathe out. So again, working the muscles through the spine into your ribs. But this time, because you're in this squat position, you're keeping your hips a little bit more stable. And then relax, bring those legs back up, shoulders back and round. Taking your feet back underneath your hips directly, you're now going to go down, sitting as if you're going to sit on a chair, and then slowly come back up. So, long spine. You're going to go down into the heels and slowly back up. So if you can, breathing on the way down and breathe out on the way up. Taking your time, just waking up those knees and your buttocks, using your legs but staying stable. Again, if you've got any problems with your knees, you don't need to go too low. If you feel confident, you can go lower. And if you want to make it a lot harder, just go a lot slower. And roll the shoulders back. So we're just going to take your feet now quite wide again, out towards the corners of your room with your shoulders relaxed. And your arms just relax in this position. Think about being between 2 pieces of glass. So you're long through your spine, your tummy muscles are engaged, your shoulders relaxed. You're going to let your arms float, and then you're going to breathe in and you're going to breathe out. So we're just going to start really small. Just taking your time. Try not to lean forwards or backwards. You're just literally, you're going to the side. If you feel comfortable, you can take your feet a little bit wider. You can slide the arm down and come back up. And slide the arm away. If you don't mind leaning on your wall, you can do exactly the same exercise. Shoulders are back, arms are on the wall for support, head towards the wall. Your belly button is pulled in towards your backbone and you slide down to one side, come back up slowly and slide the other way. This is going to make you really concentrate on pulling everything in towards the wall. The other one that's quite good to do against a wall is to stand with your feet about a foot away from the wall. That's old money. So your feet are planted firmly on the floor, head and shoulders are on the wall, hands are on the thighs. You're just going to slowly slide down the wall as you breathe in and breathe out as you come back up. Okay, so you're breathing in and you're breathing out. If you've got one of the big gym balls at home, or one of the smaller ones even, you can put that in the small of the back and you can do exactly the same exercise, sliding down, sliding back up. So, we've worked your head, we've worked your shoulders. We've tried to rotate the neck a little bit and use the waist. So we've done a little bit of hip work, a little bit of knee work, and we've gone up onto your toes. So the last thing I want to do in this small section is just have your feet shoulder distance apart. And this is where if you need the wall, please use it, or the back of a chair. You're going to go from heel to toe, and you're going to alternate the legs, and you're going to go right through the ball of the foot, trying to go as high as you can and roll right back down to the heels. Then we're going to work on your balance. So you're now going to go up onto both toes, hold it there, relax your shoulders, breathe normally, and then come back down. Now go onto both heels. You might feel a bit more unstable this time. Hold them toes up, hold those toes up. If you need to move, that's fine. You can do that just like I did. Toes are up and then down. Now, holding on to something for support, I want you to stand on one leg and take the heel up towards your bottom behind you. Ideally, you'll do it without holding on. But if you're not sure, just hold on to something to start with. Try and lift up through the spine and relax the shoulders. So from the side, you can see that you're just taking that heel up behind you, lengthening the spine, shoulders relaxed. Try not to hold your breath, but see if you can stand there and count to 20. Once you've been there for the count of 20, you can then put the foot to the floor and you can swap legs. So again, if you need to, you can hold on to something for support or for balance. Think about standing tall, keeping those shoulders relaxed. And if your feet feel really wobbly, then you might need to build up to the count of 20. If you do this every day, you'll get stronger and stronger with your balance. Then both feet are on the floor. Now, the last one I'm going to do is to place one foot in front of the other. Standing tall, you are going to feel a little bit wobbly unless you've done this a lot. Just take your weight forwards into your front toes and then to your back heel. Just see how that feels with your weight forwards and back. Then find the point between those two, where your feet feel like they're flat, but your body weight is going right down through the centre of your body between those feet. Standing tall with the shoulders relaxed, you're going to try and stand there and count to 30. And you can build up to that. But it's really important to be able to do this regularly, every day if you can, to really improve your balance. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Once you get confident with it, you can start to turn the head. And you can start to add some arm movements. Anything that challenges the balance. Then you do exactly the same with the other foot in front. Now, get your balance first. See how it feels forward and back. Come back to the centre. From here, with the shoulders relaxed, if you need support, then please hold on to something. You are now going to walk heel to toe. Imagine you're walking down an imaginary line, just heel to toe, and then you're going to walk backwards. Again, this is one of those exercises that gets easier the more you do it. From there, you can just sidestep across and the other way. You can start to take that bigger and you can swing those arms, and you can just make sure that every part of your body is awake, reaching round, reaching up. One arm goes over then the other. You can swim forwards, you can swim backwards. Just try to get your body moving and feeling fluid, but also strong. So practice those balance exercises every day, standing on one leg, standing with one knee up, extending and lengthening if you want to, going up onto your toes, back down to your heels, heels with the toes off the floor and then back down, and then that one leg in front of the other, tandem stand, lengthen the spine, get your balance, build up to be able to move and to reach and to stretch. Take a deep breath in and breathe out, and again. Gently down, shoulders are relaxed, one foot goes behind you into a calf stretch, just hold that stretch there, lengthen the spine, pushing the heel towards the floor, keep lengthening through the spine, pulling that navel in, let the arms just float, and you're going to hold it there for 30 seconds preferably, just to let the back of that leg just stretch away, keep pushing your heel towards the floor. Try and keep your posture relaxed, but you're in control of it. And when you've done that for 30 seconds, you're going to come up and swap legs. And this time the arms go around. So you're stretching through the calf, but you're just letting the arms become quite fluid. Just bring them round and back. Concentrating on pushing your heel to the floor, and then you can just roll those arms away. And you can just swim again. And roll them back all the time, concentrating on stretching the back of the leg. Give them a little shake, come up nice and tall. From here, you're going to take your hands round the back, open the chest, and you're going to try and stretch across the chest, bringing the hands to the middle of the spine or behind you, whichever's comfortable for you, feeling the stretch across the front of the chest. Try and relax your shoulders, just breathe normally. This is when I start to move around, waking everything up again, but still holding that stretch across the chest. You don't need to hold it as long as you do for the leg stretches. The other one that's nice to do is to take your hands across the shoulders, soften your knees slightly, and this is a variation of what we did before. You turn, but then you lift and look, and you hold that stretch. And you'll feel it all around the base of the ribs. Then bring it down, come back to the centre. You need to turn first, then lift and look, and hold that stretch. And gently back down. Rolling those shoulders round, press them away. Just gently let the back of the shoulders relax. Unfortunately, we spend too much time in this position, so it's much more important to have the opening and the stretching of the chest with the chin on a shelf. From there, just bring those arms up, bring them in, bring them out, and in and out, in and out. Give yourself a big clap. Well done. See you again for a few more minutes on the next video. Take care. Bye.